So just stand totally natural as if you were just chilling. And that's what we want. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we'll stand nice and still. So what we're looking at is just for a few little deviations, if there's anything that we can sort of tweak and help to move you better, because the body's going to take the path of least resistance. So we're going to find out where the resistances are and match them up. So straight away we can see slight pronation in, and you'll notice the angle of your feet coming out, which would mean we're rolling in through there. Yeah. Which also is going to affect the knees and the hips and pretty much everything else. It's all a beautiful domino effect. So right now we can see that. You can also see the angle of your toes is pointing towards your other toes, and that's also a pretty good indicator of pronation. So as we work up, again, you can see the slight music coming in. You're not super bow leg or anything, but there's definitely they're tracking quite close. Just you're good, stay still, that's fine. And as we move up, you can see not totally rotated. As you can see, I can't see your entire palm, but that is another indication there that maybe the shoulders have slight rounding forward. But we'll have another little look at that. And then it looks slightly like that left shoulder's a little bit lower as well, and then you can definitely see that down there with your fingertips. If I was to draw a line, a little bit longer on one side. Okay, so if I get you to turn to the side for me, please. Actually, no, sorry, all the way back. Sorry, all the way back, yeah. All right, so again, it looks like you sort of, all your weight, almost looks like the heels are gonna come up, but obviously not. We'll check that on the lateral view as well. What that might mean though is that your body's pulling you forward, and then that way we've got a few things that the back will be doing. You can kind of see, it's actually not too bad there. And then it does, so we see that shoulder, a little bit of angle, and then also your neck will be slightly twisted. We have a slight rotation to the left there. So that kind of makes sense. You got one thing off, it'll sort of rotate a few other things. That's okay. If you can turn to the side for me. Any side, pick your favorite. Yeah, we'll do both. Yeah, and then if you could actually just lift that on, that would be great. Yeah, so as you can see there, even there, was quite extended through there, and it almost looks like your knee and your body is dragging you forward.
Yeah, like
so
now that you've said it, like I can feel that I'm on the pads of my, like the balls of my feet.
Yeah, so I probably couldn't slot a credit card under there, but that's kind of what we're doing. So naturally your body leaning forward, you know, as I said earlier, sorry, in the previous exam, it's not realistic for us to stand like this. So what your body has done is able to get you up. We've had a few leniencies across here. So what we can see is we're actually not too far rotated, but you can see a slight curving forward. And that might be because quite flat, very, very gentle through there, that's okay. But that might be your pelvis has then come back. So almost, maybe not quite, but a posterior pelvic tilt. So imagine if you had a bucket of water, it would fall out the back. And that might be the case because your knees want to pull you forward, so you want to keep yourself upright. Which can play also into the way you stand and also the way you move, which is what we'll look at in a second. But even from here, it's very, very slight chin forward. And then the other side for me. Your back's quite flat, so that's okay. That's pretty good. Head's not too far forward there. And then that's it. Yeah, you can still see that on the same side. So both fairly symmetrical in that regard, pulling your weight forward.